Hello, angels. Today is Monday, September 21st, and welcome to our weekly call that we do for our group via Zoom. And I just want to make sure everybody knows there's lots of new people. Welcome everybody that has joined recently to our Scentsy family. These calls are every Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, unless you get an email saying that it's canceled. And I will also post it on the page saying it's canceled. And that's just a random, something happened, I can't show up, I don't have anybody else to run the show for me, and except for major holidays. So otherwise, if you don't get a post, you don't get an email, just expect that we're gonna be on, okay? Today was a really busy day for me. I literally didn't have time to get ready after I took a shower after I worked out today. That's why I still look like I did after I took a shower today. I threw a hat on real fast to get onto another Zoom. And sometimes we're gonna have days like that, right? I just chalk it up as, thank goodness I work for myself and I work from home. And I'm able to do that. So it is a blessing. So really fast, I told you that we're gonna start going over some numbers every week, just so you guys kind of know where everybody's at. We've got some awesome things happening, you guys. I wanna let you know that we still have 9 days, I think it is. What are we on, the 21st? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more days. And we as a group have hit the highest level of sales we ever have in our entire 9 years, over 9 years of me being in creating this organization. We are at 135,997 as a group sale, and that's wholesale volume. So if you don't know what wholesale volume is, that is 75% of retail. And I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of figure that out for you guys, because I really want you guys to, I share these numbers not because you could say, well, great, Jess, that's your business, it's not a part of mine. It's because I want you guys to know that it's possible. That 9 years ago, and some people that have joined way after me have bigger numbers than that, and it just has to do with what you put in, but also just your journey. So if your journey goes faster or slower, it's okay, it's your journey. But for our group, for my organization, this is huge. It shows that you guys are growing, that you are getting new clients and new hostesses, and you guys are, really sharing the business, and things are happening for your businesses, because it's really not exciting to be achieving and receiving a lot and getting big paychecks if nobody else is achieving great things. It's just not exciting. So at least that's my point of view. That's my perspective. That's what fuels my fire, is seeing you guys succeed. Okay. Yes. The larger paychecks are awesome. They're helping me achieve my goals as well for, my financial freedom and things like that. But, I could be financially free, but if I'm not helping other people and seeing other people achieve their goals, it's not gonna do anything for me, on a emotional level. Like, yes, okay, great, but you move on and it's not gonna be very exciting for very long. So that's long-term excitement, when you are contributing as well as watching other people see themselves do great things that they're doing, not because of me or because of their sponsor. It's because of your actions solely of what you're doing, and that's how you're getting those accomplishments. So I'm just gonna really fast, just kind of put in a number really fast. So it's almost about 200,000 in retail, you guys. Our group is a small group for basically the title that I have as a superstar director. On average, they generally have 800 and higher in organization and groups. Our group is 475. So we're an itty bitty group in the superstar director world, but we are crushing it, you guys. We're really doing numbers that big dog superstar director groups are doing. So I'm so proud of you guys. And it just shows that it's really not quantity, it's quality. and you guys are all amazing and just doing amazing things. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there really fast. So if you're curious, if you're on my team, I am your director. Our team solely has done 65,549.32. And that's just one team. So that's huge as well. That's usually around the average of what our team does on an average month as a whole. Between that and like 80, I would say, but more closer to the $60,000, 60 wholesale volume. Just like I said, I just want to give you guys kind of ideas of how things normally go. So I'm going to go ahead and just shout out the top, and I'm doing group because this is a group call. So, wow, I haven't been in top sales in a while. Oh, I'm not in top sales. That's why. I did that sorting wrong. So what I'm doing, in case you're wondering, is I'm going to my reports tab and I'm clicking over the PRV column. I'm hovering over it and then it's sorting it by, and wow, you guys, there are so many of you that has done over 2,000, that are close to 2,000, that have done over 1,500. That's insane. So this page right here is, I think, 25. So I'm just going to do the top 25 because this is exciting, you guys. So Director Lauren Clift is in top sales right now at 5,170.99, and she's in Nevada. Second is Brittany Levine, also director, and she is at 4,271.71. She also has a new team member, so congratulations. She lives in New Jersey. We've got Antoinette Cahill. She's a certified consultant, and she is at 38,24.55 in New Jersey. In fourth place is Michelle Brooks, director, at 3650.78 here in Nevada. We have Amanda Bray, and she's a star consultant, very close to promoting to superstar consultant. She has, Michelle has one new team member so far for the month as well. Amanda Bray has two, and she's at 3257.21 in Nevada. Myself at 3255.62. Carly MacArthur, star consultant, and congratulations to Amanda Bray and Carly MacArthur for making their title this month. That is huge. It means that they've met all the qualifications for their title. So they've all put well over 500 in. They have at least 3 consultants that are active, and their wholesale volume is, they're both star consultants, so their wholesale volume is over 2,500. And so when I say that Amanda's almost at superstar consultant, she's at the 4,202 wholesale volume. So with 9 days left, it's very likely she's going to be on her way to director too, but definitely superstar consultant. So I would not be surprised if she's promoted by the end of the month. Michelle Maldonado, she is a star consultant, also being paid at title this month, and super close to promoting to superstar consultant. Her sales are at 2697.12, wholesale volumes at 52,651, and she has to be at 6,000. So she's less than that, like 8, 9, 10, like maybe $700 away, if my math's correct, in wholesale volume to promote to superstars. So I'm thinking that's going to happen, and she's in Nevada. So congratulations, Michelle. And we're actually going to be hearing from her later, so I'm really excited. We've got superstar consultant Melissa Henning also making her title. I think this is like her 9th month in a row or something like that. Something really a long stretch at 2631.60 here in Nevada as well. Lisa Garcia, a certified consultant, 2502 in Nevada. Susan Shaw, a lead consultant, also paid at title, 2431 in Nevada. Nicole Wilson, star consultant, 2283, and she is in New Jersey. We have Nadia Herrera, a certified consultant, and she's at 2247. And I have to tell you, her goal was 2,000, and she was like, I don't know if this is kind of a stretch just to make this goal, but she's at 2247 and still have 9 days left. So that just shows how much, if you set a goal and you start taking your actions towards those goals, it's more likely to not only get closer to that goal, but to kill it and then crush it. So way to make those goals, you guys. Trinice Cook is now a lead consultant promoting this month at 2120 in Arizona. Sharon, you know what? I've talked to Sharon a lot and I've never asked her how to pronounce her last name. That shame on me. I think it's Pug or Poe. It's P-U-G-H. Forgive me for hacking that up. Star consultant, paid at title, 2056 in Hawaii. Angela Fessy, certified consultant at, where are you? 1989-85 in New Jersey. Lauren Daughtry, certified consultant, 1948-31, New Jersey. Sandra Cawley, paid at title star consultant at 1801 in Nevada. Michelle Rodriguez, paid at title lead consultant, 1711 in Nevada. Karen Fabio, paid at title star consultant. Oh, I'm so excited. You guys are so amazing. The reason why I keep saying paid at title, because that means your business is not only sustaining, but it's growing because you're able to continue to make those goals every month and get paid off your downline, you guys. The work you put in, the time you put in with them, you're getting those bonuses and being paid and compensated for your time, which is so important. So I'm just so excited. 1708, Karen has put in at, she's in Pennsylvania. She'll actually be our guest speaker, I think the 8th of October. So, and she just joined beginning of this year. So she's doing amazing. Tracy Gallagher, a now certified consultant. This month she's promoted 1690 and she just joined the end of August. Way to go, Tracy, in New Jersey. Laura Edgar, lead consultant 1671 in Pennsylvania. Susan Ferreira, paid at title, superstar consultant, 1640, 96, and she's now in Nevada. Last week I was like, did she move back? She did. We just haven't communicated. She was in Hawaii for a long time. And then basically the last on my list so far is paid at title, Catherine Payne, 1615 in Oregon. And there are so many of you that are crushing it. Please do not take this as that you have not been doing amazing things. If I don't send your name, if I was going to roll all everybody's names off, we'd be here all day. But I just wanted to say a little bit more names than I normally do because this is just an exciting time. The fall is always incredible, but you guys all know because of the last few months, 6 months, our organization is literally transitioning into incredible things, doing things that we're not used to. Even the home office is not used to dealing with these things. And so before we start talking about like what we were going to be talking about today, I just want to run over some things that home office talked to us about. We do weekly trainings, the superstar directors, with just the home office every week. And it just started the last few months. It's been really incredible. But now we get some insight, and they've pretty much told us, oh, I have some people waiting. I'm so sorry. I was looking at the things. So I'm so sad. I just locked you guys in. I said some of your names. I'm so sorry you didn't get to hear it. But I was looking at my workstation, so I didn't see that you guys were trying to get in. Sorry about that, guys. But your names that just popped on were just called. So great, good job, you guys. Okay, so what I was going to share is that right now, Orville's shared an analogy, and you know him with his analogies. They're amazing, and he really breaks it down so you can really understand what's happening with Scentsy right now. So he said, think of have you ever done put on a big feast? You are the one that decided to have Thanksgiving at your house. You decided to be the cook for a wedding or a big birthday party, a big, bash, a wedding anniversary, something that you had to cook a lot. Every pot and stove was taken, every oven was taken. So you had a lot of planning going on, right? But you were like, okay, the pie's going in this one, this is going in that at this time, this is going in that pot, and everything's boiling and cooking and simmering all at the same time, right? Now let's pretend that your teenage kid walks in and says, hey mom, guess what? The whole basketball team's outside and we're gonna feed them dinner tonight. So whip something up. And so you're not only putting together this whole feast for this other huge bash, and every single pot is being occupied, every oven is occupied, and then the basketball team comes in, okay, and you need to feed them. Well, that's what's happening with Scentsy. Every single warmer machine is pouring wax. Every single machine for every single line that we have is producing and moving and spitting out products at its fullest, highest capacity on a normal day. And then COVID happens. And then basically the basketball team came in. But not only the basketball team, your daughter's dance team came in, and then your husband's softball team came in, and all said, hey guys, we need some food. Or hey mom, hey grandma, we need some food, and whip it up for me. So basically that's what's happening with Scentsy. That's why we have so many things on back order, because they cannot pour and package and do all the things that need to happen fast enough with the amount of sales that we're doing right now, which is amazing, which is an exciting thing. It's not a bad thing. They're not telling us to stop selling, because when we stop selling, we stop our potential for income, right? But what they're saying is that we have to be supportive and understanding on our side. And we have to be revealing this to our clients. We have to be expressing that this is the most exciting time of our company's history. Okay, so Thursday, it was either Wednesday or Thursday, we officially, and you may have seen a Facebook Live from Orville and Heidi when they were doing the Rockathon. I think it was maybe Thursday, maybe Friday. I don't know. Anyways, I think it was Friday actually. And they announced that we officially hit the highest volume in sales in Scentsy's history. And we still have October, November, December left. And October and November are considered the two highest volume months of the year, right? So insane, amazing things are happening right now. They did just literally order and put together and assemble, and it's already working, a third warmer machine. They only had two for a while, which was Alice and I think Frank, it's Orville's parents' names. And they brought one in, they assembled it, they got it working way faster than actually usually it takes. Like they really, really pumped it out. So they're doing their best. But I know I've been expressing this a lot on every call and posts and stuff like that. But when he shared that, it's, you guys know, I tell you this every week, I'm a visual person. When he was able to paint that picture for me, it really made me realize like, wow, now I understand on a different level, and I'm able to actually paint a picture for my clients. That it's not that Scentsy is being lazy or isn't, you know, they're not working hard to try to get your orders to you, or they're not pouring fast enough. It's literally they're at their max capacity. Orville and Heidi did some very special sneak peeks for the superstar directors. Another reason why you should really goal yourself to be at that level, because you get to see things on a different level of how things work. And I'm not at liberty to tell you what those were, except for that these products literally are handmade, you guys, on all the different product lines. And so there are people literally scooping these pods and, you know, each one putting it on there, and there's like a belt that goes, and then there's a thing that covers it, and then they have to put the little strip of the pod on. And that takes, I mean, if that's manually, they can only go as fast as a human can go, right? They are working on other things to make things faster, and they've actually already doubled what they were doing at the beginning of COVID, because they're now working 24/6, literally 24/6 around the clock. So make sure, if you're brand new to Scentsy, this is not normal by any means. And so just remember that, like, our covers to our clean products are out. That's due to another company's supply issues, not us. We can't get the products that we need, the supplies we need from our suppliers, if they can't get the plastic that they need. So that's where that comes from. If you have new team members, please pass that on to them if they're not on these calls. just so they know that it's not by any means Scentsy's lack of professionalism or planning. They couldn't have planned for this, and no company was able to plan for what is going on right now. Okay, on a negative level and a positive level. Fortunately, Scentsy's on the positive side. Ooh, one thing I would like to share with you guys. This is actually numbers that Heidi gave us. This is very interesting. She told us about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other direct sales companies. They are considered large direct sales companies, meaning they're in like the 500 million level. We are now in that level and higher, okay? We're considered a big direct sales company now. And Herbalife has had a growth of 9%. doTERRA they've had a plummet of 3% their first quarter and 12% below last year in their second quarter. Tupperware, who's been around for like 40 years, has not seen growth since 2017. And I've never even heard of this. Maybe you guys have. Usana. I don't know what that is, but they have only grown 1% in the last year. Oh, and there's one more. I didn't see that. And then New Skin, don't even know what that is either. They've dropped 2% since last year. Okay, are you guys ready for Scentsy? We have grown 90% in the last year. That is literally incredible. Record-breaking. That is a recruiting conversation. A lot of people get nervous about getting on board with direct sales businesses because they see other direct sales businesses go under. They see them, not do too well, especially in the, like any business, they generally go under in the first 5 years, direct sales businesses, especially. And then any business, statistically is like, it's like a brick and mortar is like in the first 2 years, whether it's going to plummet or not. And then if they make it in the next 5 years, that's usually an indication. Sorry, I need some water. But you're able to shout from the rooftops, guys, that Scentsy has grown that much. And so you're literally a part of one of the most biggest, successful, and growing companies in the world right now. That is something to be proud of. Whether you're brand new or you've been around and you're seasoned and you already know how amazing Scentsy is, it was just a matter of time until we got to this point. And it's just the beginning. That's what's so amazing. So literally, if you are brand new today, you are a part of literally one of the most amazing companies, and you're in the beginning stages of a huge hyper growth. I've been using that expression a lot lately because that's what's happening. It's hyper growth, meaning that we're literally up on an uphill scale, not just like a normal scale, like businesses kind of go up and down, kind of gradually going up the mountain. We're literally like racing up a hill, basically. So you're a part of that, and you're going to be so happy that you got on board right now, honestly. This time next year, you're going to say, oh my gosh, I am so thankful and grateful to not only start my bid that I got on board, or I stayed with Scentsy and I'm a part of it. So super exciting. All right. So I took a lot of the time, but because it's just exciting. I need you guys to know that, because sometimes we just need to break down what this company's about and what's really happening. This is a busy time anyways, the fall season. I asked Michelle Maldonado, I asked her earlier today. She is in definitely hyper growth in her business. I'm gonna actually let her kind of fill you in on how long she's been with Scentsy, what her why was when she started. It's an incredible story because it proves that, I want to share really fast that statistically, people that hit level, your shooting star and your sensational start tend to go on to building successful businesses and more solid businesses and end up becoming directors and above. However, everybody's journey is different. And as long as you keep chugging along, loving your business, doing what you love, and keeping it a happy place, the sky is the limit, and your time is whenever you are ready for it. And she's a perfect example of this because her business has grown tremendously in the last couple months. And so I'm going to have her share with you how that happened, what kind of turned the switch for, and what she's been doing with her business that's been getting such great success. So Miss Michelle, can you please unmute yourself and take her away, my friend?
I can. Hello, everyone. So Jess wants me to share my
I'm so sorry. I meant to mute myself and I clicked you. I'm so sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So I have been with Scentsy. It'll be 6 years next month. And when I joined Scentsy, I chose to do it mainly just for me. I was not interested in recruiting. I was not interested in going up the chain. I simply was like, all my family and friends are buying, so why am I not putting this money in my own pocket? And it literally took my sponsor at the time a year. She bugged me for a year, and finally I was like, okay, I'll do it. So when I started it, I did earn my shooting star kit, which I didn't end up purchasing because I didn't like what was in it at the time. And then I don't think I promoted to even, so I promoted to certified pretty quickly. And then the lead consultant took me a little while. So I had a ton of people that, not a ton, but I had several people that would join my team and fall off. But I was at lead for a while. Then I finally recruited a couple ladies, and they are actually still with me. My two girls joined basically because they knew I wasn't it just always hates me using this word, a pushy consultant. Like, I would go to parties and I would simply do the party. I would never promote the opportunity. I would never try to recruit. I would simply say, I'd play a game that said if you have any questions, like, you can get a card and then all your cards equal points. So I never wanted to be that person that would say, hey, do you want to join my team? Do you want to join my team? Because I hated going to parties and feeling so pressured that would happen. So until, honestly, my recent conversation with Jess, we simply sat down and had a conversation about where my business is right now and where can I go from here. So like I said, I've been for 6 years. So my sales are there. That's not the issue for me. And finally, I just came to that realization that I need to grow my team. It is time for me to grow a team, and I would love more than anything to add anyone and everyone who wants to do Scentsy to Scentsy, because it's an amazing company to work for. And so I did promote to star I went to reunion. That's when we went to Kansas City, and my whole goal was by the next reunion, I was going to be a star consultant. So I sat down and I made that plan. And by the next reunion, which I didn't end up going to, I was a star consultant. And I kind of always thought, like, oh, okay, that's where I'm going to end. I'm good. Like, I'm at star. I'm fine. Well, the other day, it was probably, a month ago now, I talked with Jess and I said, hey, let's talk about recruiting. Like, how can I, in my own personal feeling, how can I recruit without me feeling the way I do? And I simply just had to change my mindset. I honestly needed to do a little bit more research too, because that flipping the party has been around for a while now. And I was just like, oh, I'm doing fine. I'm good. I don't need this. So finally, after having the conversation with Jess, I figured out that with every $200 party, you get a $59 kit to offer to anyone. It can be the host, it can be your friends, it can be family, whatever you want. I had no idea. I was like, oh, a discounted kit? Well, how do I do that? I simply went onto my Facebook and I posted a picture of myself with $59 in my hand and said, if I could have you join for $59 today, would you do it? Instantly, I had 3 people message me and ask me about it. 2 of them were close friends that I never expected, hey, they're going to join Scentsy. They had done other businesses, and so I never in my mind was like, I'm never going to ask them. I would never have asked them. So one of them actually opted to do the $99 kit because, of course, she wanted the more product. I always offer the $99 kit because that does offer you more in your kit. So she took that one, and then my other friend actually opted for the $59 kit, and she has already hit her she's going to hit her shooting star. She hasn't put it in yet, but it's already there. She already has the orders, it just hasn't processed yet. So Brenda, if you watch this, awesome. I'm so excited for you. And Renee just hit shooting star today. So both of my new girls this month have already hit shooting star. And that's simply because, I mean, we had a conversation earlier on our leadership training that, you know, you have to be present as a leader, and it's a choice. It's a choice. It's a mindset. Like, you got to say, hey, I'm ready to be that leader. And me personally, I have the sales. I'm ready to lead. I'm ready to say, hey, what can I do to help this be something that you love too? Because let's be real. You just heard Jess say, hey, look at how much Scentsy has grown. And honestly, it's amazing. From where I started 6 years ago to now, there's just so much, and so many people don't know like what Scentsy has to offer. And I even have a consultant friend who I just did a Pampered Chef party for her, but I told her, I said, she's actually another consultant that said, hey, what's this $59 kit? And I'm like, she sells Pampered Chef. Why would she want to join Scentsy? Like, it just did not click, but I'm literally going to close out with her and offer her again. Say, hey, this is your $59 kit if you want it. And she even said, even if she just chooses to order Scentsy on her own, she honestly was not one of my regular customers. She's just an acquaintance that I met. I'm a military spouse, for those of you who don't know me. So I moved around and I met her just as an acquaintance, and she asked me to host, and I asked her to party swap. And then she saw my post and said, you know what? I want to know about this $59 kit. What's this $59 kit? And even one of my own teammates that's been with me for a little while said, wait a minute, what's this $59 promo? So to me, that was me going, okay, it is time for me to step up and share the knowledge that I have now, thanks to Jess, because I would not be where I'm at today. And like she said, when she showed my numbers, I am probably less than $1,000 away from promoting. And that's going to happen. Let's be real. It's going to happen. Even if it's me, it's going to happen. So I'm just an example of, no matter where you start or where you go, you can always get to where you want to be. Personally, I am the type of people, when I had leadership, that would say, you need to do this, you need to do this, or even just in life, you need to do this. Well, you know what? I don't really want to do that because you're trying to force it on me. So luckily, Jess has given me the space and to be, you know, to find things in my own time, but also be there when I need her. And that's what I love about having her as a leader, you know, someone in my upline that will push me in the most best ways to say, hey, what you doing over there? Are you doing something else? What's going on? And just to support me. She's gotten a ton of text messages from me lately that, hey, look at how close I am. Like, this is going to happen. So I think that if you really sit down and you research your business, there are things you will learn every day. Like I said, I've been with Scentsy 6 years, and I had not even researched the host party. So to me, that's something that we should always be offering, whether it be to the host, to the people attending that party. My last girl, she had considered it, and then I simply offered it to her other people. Sometimes they'll say no, but what's going to happen if they do say yes? Or what if you share that and somebody that you didn't even expect joins your team, and watch them blow it out of the water? Like I said, both my girls are already at Shooting Star Kit. 15 days, both of them are there. So I just realized that by changing my mindset, I could simply say, you know, I'm not going to be that pushy person. Oh, I'm just saying hi. But I can offer the opportunity in a way that is, I guess, appealing and not being overly like in your face. Like, hey, I have this. And how many people are going to say, $59, that's it? That's all I have to do to join? Like, $59, that's it. Some people shy away from the $99 kit, but the $59 kit was what won it. So for me, 6 years later, here I am, and I'm going to promote to superstar. It's going to happen. That's my goal, and it's going to happen this month. And I have an amazing team underneath me that has done well. And, you know, I can see that Scentsy, this is their, you know, one of their biggest month ever. And honestly, this is the most sales I've ever had in my entire 6 years. So to be at almost $3,000 this month, which I have a party to close out. I have a party this Friday still. Anything can happen at any point in time in your path. So to me, never give up. Always find something that's going to be a goal that's reachable. Look, even if it's a short term, don't worry about later down the road. Choose something that is attainable now, or something you can work for, and then just keep going. Hit that marker and keep going on. So that's what I have.
Well, that was short and sweet, but very powerful, Michelle. I am so glad that you hit on all those points. But I want to say that everything that you've achieved has been all you. And that's what I've just been here cheering you on the whole time and loving you. And that's it. I mean, all of you guys know that, what this business is all about, our own actions, and having support is very important. But in the end, we have to do it. And so Michelle gets to pat herself on the back for everything that she's doing. So I know you have some questions in the chat that they want you to answer. So go ahead and answer that.
I see. So did you post the Hostess kit on your personal page or your business page? So we want to make sure that we're staying within compliance. And in order to do that, I posted it on, I want to say my personal page. I don't think I put it on my business page, but I totally would. I wanted to test the waters out, but I simply phrased it as, hey, if you could join Scentsy today for $59, would you do it? Message me, you won't be sad. Or you won't be sorry that you did. So it brings that option to them, like, hey, I've got a $59 kit, but if you are actually interested, you're going to come to me for it, but I'm going to be there for you either way. And so you can do it on either page. I personally just tested it, and it worked. So I couldn't imagine, even I do say, hey, okay, so did they have a party or were you using someone else's party? So my $59 kit that I gave to my girls was my personal party. The nightmare before Christmas, I had my own party and I offered that kit simply there. But you can do, like right now, my Pampered Chef consultant is hosting a party. So I can say, hey, this will be hers. It'll be hosted on her own party. So you can do it either way, whether you have someone, you can offer to somebody who doesn't even have a party right now. If you've got your own personal party, you can say, hey, I've got a $59 kit. I mean, don't say that, but say, if you could join me for $59, like, what do you think? And then see if anybody responds. What's the worst case that's going to happen? Somebody's going to message you and say, hey, tell me more about this. So you got nothing to lose there.
Yeah, and even if you have a host, if that host doesn't want it, you still can offer, like Michelle mentioned before, like you could still offer it to do the same thing, but you just make sure your hostess doesn't want it first because it's actually their kit. But if they're saying, nope, I'm good, then you can start blowing up your people that you have on your wish list or interest list, or post like she did, which is, because I love how you shared, Michelle, that there people that responded, they were people that never were on your radar. And that's the thing, is that there sometimes we can kind of peg like, oh, this person would be a good consultant or whatever, but this business is so interesting. The people that I've pegged to be, oh, they're going to be rock stars, end up doing nothing. And the people that I'm like, I don't know what they're going to do, end up being rocks. Like, I don't know anything about them, and they end up blowing it out of the water. And so, like, we really don't have like a criteria of be like a good consultant or be interested. So that's why it's so important to be sharing with every single person, because you just don't know who that person is. And I'm going to tell you right now, I never in a million years thought that I would end up being an independent consultant of a direct sales company. In a million years. If somebody would have said, oh, Jess, you'd be good at this. I and my aunts both tried to recruit me. My aunt's been with Mary Kay for 30 years. My other aunt, her older sister, has been with Avon for like 35 years or 40 years or something. And so when they tried to recruit me, I was like, yeah, right, that's so not me. So you just don't know what's going to change that mindset.
Okay, so to answer your question about the host exclusive, if your host doesn't want the kit, but somebody at her party does, me and Jess had this conversation because I was like, how do I keep my rewards, but I want someone to have that kit? As long as you leave 1 penny in that host, so you will have to change it to the host will have to say the person who wants to join. Their information will have to be completed out. It will still be that person's party, but as long as you leave 1 penny in the free amount, they can get that kit. So basically, if you add that prior to them receiving their rewards, it will take more money off the kit. So you want to make sure if you have the host is the one that plugs in their rewards first, but leave at least a penny in there, and then you can get the host kit, and it'll just take a penny off of the $59. So you can still give your host all of their stuff. You just have to make sure that, like I said, leave that blank, leave that one penny in there for them at least, and then they can get the kit, and it's still everything goes to the host.
Any other questions, comments? Everybody's good? Has anybody not yet utilized the, oh, somebody just, go ahead. Did somebody unmute? Trinice? Was that you? It says connecting to audio. Trinice, if you're trying to get on, we can't hear you. On my end, it says you're connecting to audio. Okay, so if you are still confused with the host, honestly, I would print out the host exclusive FAQ and read through it so you understand it. But the biggest thing that we really want to make sure everybody's aware of is just that every single order that you put in that's $200 has a host kit. And the goal is to not close that party without getting somebody into that kit, because it's a wasted kit. It's a wasted kit, and you just don't know who is going to be interested. So pull out your list of people, anybody that's been interested in the past. Maybe you've had them on your wish list of team members. We call them your dream team. Pull out your clients, people that you're the only one that knows if you've asked them before. And you could just say, hey, Susie Q, you've been buying from me for X amount of time. I have this, $59 kit. Would you be interested, in trying this out and making money off your own purchases? Oh, thank you, Michelle, for offering that. So that's the biggest thing, is just when we look at it as a tool, which it is, you'll be surprised how many people are actually interested. The next thing, we've got about 15 minutes on parties. I just want to share a personal testimony of what's been going on in my business. I have not been asking for the party as consistently as I used to when I was actively trying to grow my business. And it hasn't been until about January that I, just like Michelle said, changed my mindset back to the way it was when I first started in the first 6 years of my business, and was like, why am I not? And there's a lot of reasons. I'm not going to get into it. So if you haven't been asking every single customer and offering the hosting opportunity, it's okay. But I'd love for you to consider switching your mindset to looking at it as, giving them an opportunity to spend less money. And so I mentioned this probably, I don't know which, it's been recent. I said that I tell my clients, I don't like my clients to pay full price. And when I said that to them, it makes them go, well, that's cool. How am I going to do that? I have a party right now that is, she only got 2 orders. I've got a couple parties going, but one of them, she placed an order with me. I think I told you guys about her last week, or she wanted to place an order with me. And I said, that's awesome, but how about we do a party to see if you can get your stuff for free and half off, because I don't want you to pay full price. And I'm going to be transparent as always. That one person, I have not asked her to host a party since probably the first year I met her, and she's been a client for 8 years. Shame on me, right? And when I re-asked her, she said, well, I'm not opposed to it, but I'm not really on Facebook and I don't know a lot of people. I said, let's go ahead and try it out, see what happens. She got 2 orders, you guys, and they were equivalent of about $98 together, host base, okay? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually meeting her right after this call to go pick up my bag. She took a bag to work. I'm going to ask her questions. Ask her, were people apprehensive to maybe smelling the testers because of what's going on with COVID? Because honestly, I'm very shocked when people bring testers, especially to schools. I have never gotten back a bag without orders, never. So I'm very curious if anybody actually wanted to even touch the testers. That's what I'm curious about. I'm also going to ask her if there was anybody that was interested that just didn't place an order. Because then instead of closing our order out right now, I'm going to say, how about you touch base with those people? Because you'll be surprised how fast $200 adds up. You are already at 98. You know what you want. It's great that you're probably going to get to 200 just by your order, but I'd love to bring that down a little more so you can get your stuff for free and half off and you don't have to spend retail at all, if we can do that. Worst case scenario, she got me 2 new customers, you guys, that I never would have met. That's why it's so important to be grateful for parties that technically flop, that aren't qualified, because those 2 people may end up booking with me and they may have a qualified party and beyond. They may end up wanting to do and doing a party. They may end up becoming consultants. Another online party I did, and I like to share all these experiences because I don't want you guys to think that every party I do is a success. It's by all means not true. Another party I did last month, she got like 2 orders as well, but I reached out to that person, thanked them for their order, and I said, hey, how would you feel about doing your own online party with friends and family so you can get the products that you're looking for? I said, our holiday products are coming out. Our products are great for Christmas gifts. And guess what she said? That sounds like fun. What do I have to do? If I didn't ask her that, and I just figured, oh, her party with this, my other hostess was a flop, it didn't qualify, this girl only ordered, like if I would have looked at her order and judged that, oh, she literally ordered like a dryer disc and like a scent circle. So if I judged and said, oh, she probably doesn't, she didn't buy much, she's not really interested, I could have pre-qualified her incorrectly very easily, right? I could have blown off those 2 orders and said, oh, thanks for your order, whatever, and just moved on, right? But no, the idea is she needs to know that she can also host as well. And she was even more, I spoke with her on a coaching level today, and she was more, coachable than the previous hostess I got. So I know that it's going to be even a more successful party because she's asking me, what do I need to do on my end? How can I make this successful? The other host that I met her through was very like, well, sure, I'll do it, but I don't have a lot of time to do anything. So everything was on me, but there was no communication on the hostess's side. So that's a big factor, you guys. If your hostess is MIA, it's going to be very hard, especially if they don't know you from Adam. And then on top of it, these were all brand new people to Scentsy. So it was like, like double-edged sword for me, but I still got 2 orders. And that one order that so far, the other lady I haven't heard back from yet, which is fine. I'm not going to stop connecting with her. But now I have a party, and you don't know what that potential, what I'm going to get from that party. She may end up being my next team member. She may introduce me to somebody that knows a ton of people. You just don't know. So we just have to make sure that we are taking advantage of every opportunity, which is every customer, and making sure they know that they can be a host and they can also become a consultant as well. Nina says, I bring my party bag to work and have not had any issues with anyone smelling the testers, and I'm in a hospital. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I'm really curious to find out, did she even let anybody know she had them? Because I've had hostesses do that too. Like, did you bring the bag to work like you said you were going to? I've had people say, oh no, I forgot it. And I'm like, so I'll be able to say, well, instead of closing your party tonight, why don't you bring your bag tomorrow and just see what happens? Because I could easily take her lead and just go, okay, what's your order? And just wipe my hands and be done, right? Or I can consult her and advise and give her some suggestions on how we can not let this party close at less than 200. Okay? Because let's face it, guys, $200 is freaking simple to get. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the average order is about $35, $45 nowadays. You know, she can find one other person to help her get to, you know, to get a little bit closer to qualified, to you know, whatever. But I'm grateful, Nina, that you shared that, because it's true. You're in a hospital, and of all people, they would know if it's dangerous to be touching and smelling the testers. Yes. Okay. So Nina, that's so funny. I'm glad you shared that. That I actually do. I have a Ziploc bag with hand gloves. I have about 5 sets in there, and then I have a bag of sanitizer wipes. So just so people that are, you know, not that are a little nervous about it, don't have to be. So yeah, I don't even know I forgot to share that. I do have that, but I'm curious. I'm still curious if she even brought it to work, or if anybody was a little apprehensive anyways, you know, because she may not have told them that there was some gloves in there or sanitizer wipes, or, you know, who knows. We have to ask questions. And just like coaching as a leader is important to ask questions, coaching as a consultant to your hostesses and your customers and clients are important, so we can understand what we're working with. And if there's any more information that they just may need, and which is why they're not finding that success, because it's usually lack of knowledge across the board of why a party didn't work out, lack of communication. Like I said, that other party, she just was not communicating with her people and not with me, so it was just like a double-edged sword. Yep, just wipe them down. Awesome. Absolutely. All right, so I just took up the rest of the time. Any last thoughts, questions, comments that you can add to your experiences of what you've been dealing with lately? Anybody want to share anything exciting happening in your business, or maybe something that you want? We've got like 6 minutes left. Maybe you want some advice, you want to share a scenario, maybe a not so good thing happened with your business, and we can kind of chat about maybe some things that we can, you know, actions we could have done differently next time, or are we going to wrap this up 5 minutes early? We're all doing the same thing, guys. We're all in this together. We're all trying to grow relationships, build clients, find our hostesses, build our teams.
So just to follow up to what I said about the flipping your kit, I actually did post it to my business page, and then I simply shared it to my personal page. So I went ahead and screenshot it and posted it to the team page, so that way you guys can see like how simple the post really was. So if you guys want to make your own, throw it up there. If you've got a kit to share, then it's up there for you guys to check out.
Awesome. Thanks, Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Yeah, like I said, I'm visual, so I love to see. I know you shared yours with me and I loved it. But maybe that'll help some other peeps to see kind of what it looked like, and give them an idea of what they can be doing too. All right, well then let's close up shop for the night. And we had an early, usually we go over, so this is actually cool. I can head off to go get my party and kind of dig in, and I'll share with you guys next week what the heck happened with this chick's party. All right, guys, love you all. Have a great week. Bye. Thank you again, Michelle.